What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe the Juggernaut Joyce, Zhilei Zhang. Get this, according to Iron Mike Tyson weighs on these two titans getting it on again. He says, quote, "I like the idea and I like Joe Joyce. I think Joe Joyce is a warrior, no doubt. Him and Zhilei Zhang will get it on." He says, "I like Joe Joyce. I hope he wins, but I don't think he will." Wow. And let me counterpunch. Mike Tyson, I think, predicted this way simply because of how dominating the performance was. You know, Zhilei Zhang gave Joe Joyce many problems. Zhilei Zhang might have cracked the juggernaut code as far as the jaw or the draw strength or resistance. You know, the durability level, I think he's exceeded, and I think maybe, just maybe, he can go above and beyond this time. You know, because he did hit Joe Joyce and made Joe Joyce like knock him off his setting, and no one that he's fought has seemed to do that. Now, the question is, was Joe Joyce a fluke? Because, you know, Daniel Dubois, though, was a hard-hitting guy, and, you know, he's said to be a harder puncher than Anthony Joshua. And Joe Joyce ate those punches like Big Macs, okay? And he kept coming. But when Zhilei Zhang caught him, it was a different story. Well, my take on this is, I think, this is what I feel about anyone with a strong chin or a good chin. I think durability is probably one of the first things to go, and power is the last thing to go. That's just my opinion. And in Joe Joyce's case is, Joe Joyce has durability, you know, but I think he had more durability and his punch resistance was a lot better before. And I think that about a lot of fighters. I think Joe Joyce could take shots from certain fighters. I think over time, the fights that he was in, you think about it, the Hammer fight, the Takam fight, who else? The Parker fight. There was fights like that he was hit, and I think eventually, maybe if you're in there with someone that hits harder, because there's many degrees of power. I think Zhilei Zhang not only had a good chin to resist Joe Joyce's punches, but he also had a good punch to counter Joe Joyce. Okay, so Joe has a good chin, sure, but his punching power, I think, is maybe the overachieving factor that a lot of people gave him credit for, which he probably didn't have. I think he has an accumulation factor. When he knocked out Joseph Parker, I don't think that punch was just due to him being so massively strong or to the point that that punch was that powerful to put him down. I think that was from accumulation of punches. Because remember, Joseph Parker had a good chin himself, so he had to be broken down. And I think Joe Joyce did a similar job, okay, to Parker like Zhang did to him, okay? Eye for an eye, right? Because I think Zhilei Zhang was able to eventually, you know, break him down. It would have been worse than that. It was stopped. Remember, it was stopped on damage to Joe Joyce's eye. Okay, that right eye was looking vicious, but he still stated it. He could see through it. They just decided to stop it. Okay, but there were times in that fight where he was hit with shots, and maybe Joe Joyce is one of those guys that has to be spared from himself, maybe, you know. But then again, like I said earlier, maybe Zhilei Zhang has the ability to be that guy to take Joe Joyce out. Or should I say that first guy? Because, you know, if that one and that first pioneer guy is able to do something that no one else has done, just like Joe Joyce did to Joseph Parker, there may be, or more than likely, many more times that other people follow that cab, okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson predicting Zhilei Zhang versus Joyce. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!